Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I finally got my hands on the Hiya Toys Godzilla 1991 Hokkaido Battle version. I do have the heat ray version, but I ordered that one from AliExpress. This version here in front of us, I ordered from a UK distributor, so it did take a while for it to get through to me, and now finally got it. So what we'll do is we'll do a look at this Godzilla and compare him to the heat ray version, because I really want to see the differences between the two. I do believe this should come with some additional head sculpts, so we'll get this guy opened up and we'll take a look at what's in the box. So here is Godzilla out of the box, and to be honest, I'm a little bit confused, and I'll tell you why. Because when I initially ordered this model, I did know that it was going to be delayed due to the head sculpts, and as you can see on this one, it has the original head on there. Now, when I did contact the company that I was ordering this from, they did in fact inform me that this figure was delayed and the additional head would be within the box that this figure comes in. And I've checked the box, I've checked all the packaging, and there's no additional head. Now I'll contact the company that I've ordered this from and I'll let you guys know what happens with that, but unfortunately there is no additional head for us to look at. So we do have the original head of Godzilla here, which in all honesty isn't too bad, but I do prefer the head on the heat ray version, and we'll have a look at those two here together. We'll compare them both together shortly, but I just want to have a look at the details on this guy. First impressions, I mean, he looks pretty good. I feel like the colour on the dorsal plates is a lot more brighter compared to the other version. We'll bring him in a bit later and then we'll be able to see for sure, but initially I feel like it is a lot brighter. I mean, if we look at the head here, it does look pretty good. I think it's exactly the same, just the eyes are a bit different. In terms of articulation, it's exactly the same. And if you guys want to have a look at that, you can check out my review of the heat ray version. I'll put a link to it somewhere in the top, so you can check that out, because I won't really go into the articulation of this guy. But overall he looks pretty solid, looks really nice. Nice details throughout the figure. I mean, he looks pretty much the same as the other version, but I think the only difference is some of the paint applications. We'll bring in the other version of this model and we'll compare them together. Okay, so we've got both of the Godzillas here next to each other, and hopefully you guys can see there is a definite difference between these two. The heat ray version here on the right, and you've got the standard version on the left. You can see with the heat ray version, the overall colour, you do have more sort of detail and definition. There's like this brown dry brushing throughout this model here, which is absent on the standard version. That's quite interesting. The other difference between these two is definitely the dorsal plates. So obviously this one's got the blue dorsal plates, but when they return back to that normal bone white colour, you can see it's a lot darker on the heat ray version compared to the standard version here, which its dorsal plates are a lot lighter. And obviously the head sculpt on the heat ray version is definitely the better out of the two. Very interesting to see that there's a lot of differences between these two, especially in terms of the paint and detail. Now, if you have to pick just one of these, in my opinion, I'm going to say go for the heat ray version. The detail and paint quality and head sculpt is far superior than the standard version. And of course you do get the beam effect with the heat ray version. But if you want them both, get them both. But if you do only have space or the funds to just buy one of these, I think you'll be better off getting the heat ray version. So I did contact the company I got this figure from, and they did send out a replacement head for me, which is what you're seeing here. They did send some instructions on how to fit it on. So I removed the standard head, which came off fairly easily, just fitting it on the figure. You do need to heat up the figure and the replacement head to just get it on nice and easy for you. Definitely use some heat to get it on, otherwise you're going to have a tough time. Now, between these two head sculpts, I definitely do prefer the updated one. I think it looks a lot more menacing on Godzilla, and I really do like this look. I think it looks really nice, but I think the heat ray version definitely has the better eyes out of all of the three head sculpts that we got here. But overall, I think both of these figures are great, the heat ray version or the standard one. I do definitely like the darker colors on this in contrast with the brighter dorsal plates. I think it looks really nice as well. I think you can be happy with either one of these figures, but for me, if I had to pick one, I do think the heat ray version is the one that I would go for. Just the overall details and that head sculpt is much better out of the two. But either one of these are great figures to have, so I can recommend either one. But if you have to pick one, definitely go for the heat ray one. And that's just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe.